And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. On the hill here today, Logan Gilbert.
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Okay, all set to go. And now for the Jays, George Springer.
George Springer.
The pitch. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A massive home run, and that's how they take the lead. It's 1-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Late swing, fouled off. And the righty deals. In the air, fairly deep to right field. And Bichette is retired. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in,
jumps, but it's off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out on the play.
That is the left fielder, number 25,
Anthony Santander at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. That'll fire up the dugout. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on the platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Alejandro Kirk getting ready to hit. Splits the plate. It's 0-1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Nice grab on the run. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's 2-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. And on the mound now, Kevin Gausman.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. It's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Victor Robles stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Varsho hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting second, the center field.
And now we check out the Mariners lineup. A tough challenge in this one. An excellent arm on the mound. Singy, they're going to have to capitalize on their opportunities.
Yeah, and they're not going to get a whole lot if he pitches the way that he's capable of pitching. So, be ready to swing from the first pitch. You get something straight, man, you better turn on it.
Julio Rodriguez, batting with one down, takes a strike.
He's a master at hitting fastballs. You need to be careful with location if you're going to throw them.
One out, bases empty. Fastball for a strike. One down, bases empty. And that one in the air, center field. Drifts towards it. And there are two outs.
Batting third, the catcher, Cal.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. Makes the catch, inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Dalton Varsho. The pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that is in for a strike. 0-2 now.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. And a base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Now at the plate. Line drive. Leaps and he's got it. And the batter is George Springer. He's already homered in this game. This one is blasted. A no-doubter. Grand slam. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
And here comes Scott Service as he's ready to make a change on the mound. Logan Gilbert will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, number 52.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
One down. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. He's 0 for 1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He was all over that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Ripped on a line. Arozarena hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away. Man at first. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. He's already homered here in this one. That one is absolutely belted. And he brings it in on the warning track. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. The lead has exploded to a half dozen. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Gosman, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Luke Raley in the box now. No balls and a strike. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Varsho after it. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Mitch Garver.
So it's their last chance in this one. Mitch Garver up to hit here. That one's in there, 0-1.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays get a shutout on the mound.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.